Walk into any eyewear store, pick up a pair of frames. They're plastic, maybe some metal hinges, a tiny logo stamped near the temple. The price tag reads $350. You might assume you're paying for precision optics, or the brand, or some Swiss craftsman who spent 40 minutes bending wire in a well-lit Italian factory. You're not. The frames cost roughly $4 to make. 4. A venti latte costs more than the raw materials in the things sitting on your face. And yet, the global eyewear market generates over $140 billion a year, every year, consistently. That gap, $4 to $400, isn't a pricing anomaly. It isn't greed exactly. It's engineering, a very specific kind of system built over decades that makes the price feel not just normal, but inevitable. The eyewear industry looks from the outside like a normal competitive market. There's Ray-Ban, there's Oakley, there's Prada, Versace, Gucci, Coach, Tiffany, dozens of brands competing for your face. You walk into LensCrafters or Sunglass Hut or Target Optical. You pick something you like. You feel like a rational consumer exercising free choice. The accepted explanation is simple. It's a luxury market. You're paying for the brand, not the object. That's how watches work. That's how handbags work. The markup is the product. And fine, that's partially true, but most luxury markets are at least genuinely competitive. Gucci fights Prada for the same shelf space. Apple fights Samsung for the same customer. The markups are absurd, but the rivalry is real. Eyewear is different, and the reason comes down to one company most people have never thought about: Luxottica. It's an Italian conglomerate founded in 1961. By the mid-2000s, it had quietly assembled something extraordinary: Ray-Ban, Oakley, Persol, Oliver Peoples, the Prada eyewear license, Versace, Giorgio Armani, Dolce & Gabbana, Chanel, Burberry, Coach, Tiffany, Ralph Lauren. Nearly every brand you associate with quality eyewear, one company. So the obvious conclusion: it's a brand empire, a portfolio play, big enough to set prices industry-wide. We've seen this in pharma, in music, in media. The playbook is familiar. Not quite. Because Luxottica didn't stop at manufacturing. They sell the glasses too. Around 7,000 retail locations on 6 continents. They are the manufacturer, they are the brand, they are the store. Then they did something that moved this from dominant company to a different category entirely. In 2004, they acquired EyeMed, one of the largest vision insurance plans in the United States, covering tens of millions of Americans. Now count that up. Luxottica manufactures the frames, Luxottica owns the brands, Luxottica runs the stores, Luxottica runs the insurance. This is not a company. This is a closed loop. Nothing here is illegal. It's just that every financial relationship in that transaction points back to the same company, and that company has a very clear preference for where the money goes. You can avoid it. Online glasses from Warby Parker or Zenni exist, and they actually do cost something close to what glasses should cost, but they fight uphill against a system that has the shelf space, the insurance network, and 60 years of brand building on its side. Warby Parker's own founder admitted they built the company specifically because of Luxottica. That's not a startup origin story. That's a market failure biography. The loop was closed before most of us were born. We just buy glasses inside it.